Hello and welcome back everyone to Space Simulation Toolkit. I got a very awesome comment from Mr. Doodlebop3742 who said, "This gave me an idea. What about fracking oil on a planet?" That's an excellent idea. And guess what? I found a planet with oil. It's an alien planet, which means that it's ours to steal all the oil from. Eagle Screech. America. Anyways, fracking is an interesting topic, and the way it works is kind of cool, even if there may be some unintended side effects. So we're gonna go ahead and frack this. As you can see, we have oil, but it's not like a big thing of just oil. It's kind of separated between different crevices and little holes in the rock, and it would be very challenging to stick a pipe into each of these and get it all out. So that's kind of where fracking comes in. When you have usually shale that it's very porous, it has a lot of oil in it, but it's not really letting the oil out. So you inject water in and other things at a very high pressure to fracture the rock and force the oil to come out. We're actually going to do a combination of that and water flooding. And water flooding means we're actually going to use the force of the water to push the oil out of another spot, because in Space Simulation Toolkit, we don't really have a great way to suck things out. We can pump things in very easily, but there's no way to really pull. So we're just gonna use the pressure to actually get it out. So let's see if I'm able to do this. I've got a plan. All right, the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna build a little holding tank, which is where it's going to go, the oil. For this, I'm just gonna do two little beams. Great. Connect them together. Great. And then I'm gonna build a tank. Great. And I'm going to use the tool here, the shift tool, to shift this back and make it hollow. There's a lot of holes in it, but ignore that. It'll be fine. Overall, we now have a beautiful way, if we ignore the lava falling out of the sky because the simulation is angry for some reason. Let's just get rid of the lava falling from the sky. We have a great way now to store our oil. Wow, this alien planet may be a little bit challenging with the whole lava falling from the sky, but it's worth it for oil. Alright, now we're gonna make a return pipe that the oil will actually come to us from. This is a great spot right here because we can actually just straight off the bat probably get some oil just from the pressure of the oil. So let's see. If we already get some oil, you know the company shareholders are going to be really happy. We haven't even done the expensive part yet. This is going to be higher quality oil than we would have gotten. Oh yeah! Look at that. I didn't really go into the tank, but yeah, we got some oil already. So we're already starting strong, as long as it doesn't catch on fire. So one of the things about fracking is that the oil we're gonna get is actually gonna be pretty low quality. It's gonna have a lot of water and other stuff mixed in that'll have to be refined by someone else. But that's okay. Oh my god, I have to turn on the power of the sun. What is it doing? Where is the sun? Should be moving in a circle, and it should be just about over here. Right? Where is it? It's causing some mega problems. It's gotta be here-ish? Is that it? Nope, that's a particle. Why can't I find it? It's supposed to be really big. That's not it there, is it? No, that's another particle. Why can't I see the sun? This is very odd. Oh well, I guess I'll just deal with the planet being very melty. I feel like there's gonna be consequences for this, though. I feel like it's gonna cause some problems. Oh well. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and now build our system to pump high pressure water into the ground to try to get this oil out. We're gonna do it over here so that it'll hopefully follow the path of least resistance and go into our tank. That's the plan. Can't promise that's how it'll actually turn out, but that is the plan. And for this, I'm just going to make a very large ball that's just going to be responsible for pumping. Here we go. Holding container for the water. It's going to inject the water in like this, and we'll give it some legs to keep it into the ground because I have a feeling it's going to really try to escape. I mean, there's going to be a lot of pressure here, like a lot of pressure. All right, we got this anchored pretty well already. We have oil flying into this pressure tank. But we want to kind of do the opposite. So we're going to turn the sea distance down on this. I'm also going to save. I have accidentally blown up the planet twice trying to do this. This is take 3. So this time I'm going to save. Call it fracking. Sometimes I'm a little overly confident. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and we're going to pump this full of water. Oh, a little bit too excited. A little bit too excited. I enjoy the excitement of the water, but we have to reduce it a little bit. Okay, there we go. So we're really pumping a lot. Oh man, we have ice now. Wow, the temperature is just really giving us a problem. The center of the Earth is very cold, even though the outside is very warm. I have a feeling turning this up is going to have massive consequences for us, because now it's going to get even hotter. But oh well, whatever. We'll just throw some water on the surface. How about that? I'll cool it down. I'm okay with fracking in a water world. I'll probably make the environmental damage more obvious. Yay! Water to protect everyone from the very hot sun. Okay, back to the task at hand. Let's warm this up a little bit because I do really want this to work. We'll warm up the water we're sending in, which will also help increase the pressure because steam. Yay! Ooh, steam. Okay, so now let's go ahead and pump more water in. We just gotta kind of keep pumping water in. This is the whole point. The more pressure we can get, oh boy, the more pressure we can get. There we go. We got it to break. So look at that. We got some of the rock here to break, and now the oil has been freed and is mixing together with this water. That is good. Good for us. Now we just need to increase the pressure a little bit. There we go. Broke a little bit more rock, and now we got even more oil in the mix. And a little bit more. It's gotten all the way over here. As you can see, we're about halfway to getting the oil to go up our pipe. This is actually working pretty well. The further we go, the harder it is to break the rock because the pressure has to travel a greater distance. But if we're very careful and just very slowly and carefully increase the pressure, I'm sure we can do this. Okay, wow, super close. It just broke through this. It's so close to being where we need it. All right. Come on, baby. Come on. All right. Mildly concerned about this just exploding. But so far, we have done a lot of good work. The oil is so close. Actually, the pressure we're injecting has caused this to go up a bit. It's actually almost in the tank now. I'm now going to probably start just applying pressure directly here instead of in here because I have a feeling this is just going to explode and I don't want to deal with that. So just imagine that it's coming from here. All right, come on. Come on. So any second now, we should get it to break through the way we want. I'm slightly worried about this going up and into the water. So this is where engineering comes in. And in the real world, this is a big thing, which is, how do you know that the cracks are going to go where you want them to? You pray. If it were to, for example, break through here, we could have a lot of oil contaminate the planet. Which, depending on whether you like pollution or not, could be a good thing or a bad thing. Alright, I am just going to very carefully apply pressure where we want it to try to force this to go where I want. There's so much pressure down here, but this is kind of the whole point. You want a ton of pressure because that is your tool to get the oil out. Okay. Alright, come on. Oh! So close to getting oil in here. It's so close. Look at how far it's pushed up. We're pushing all of this oil, cracking all the rock, getting it out. Like I said, you don't always do it this way using the water to actually get the oil out, but in this case, it's the best way for us to do it. Sometimes you just break the rock and then suck the oil out. Alright, come on. Break through this. Break through this. Yes, through this rock. Yes! There we go! Yay! And now this pressure that we have accumulated down here is going to push the oil into the tank. Only issue is it's all mixed in with the water and sand and rock, and there's going to be a lot of work required in order to make this very usable oil. But it's better than no oil. And if we get rid of a few of these clogs in our pipe, we can probably, yeah, get a real nice flow going. Look at that. So we got these blobs of oil that are just coming out too. And now we can really just add pressure to the correct spot, and it oh! Okay. that was almost bad. If these big pieces of rock just got broken up a little bit, which I'm just going to simulate by breaking them, we do have this beautiful oil going into our tank. And actually, we managed to do it with relatively little environmental disaster. We're going to try to get rid of the... We're going to try to get rid of the water in here, and to do that, we're going to heat. We're going to heat this. Not enough to burn the oil, but enough to turn the water into steam. Because steam will actually escape. Although it does seem that I actually set the oil on fire a little bit. So maybe not the best strategy, but I tried. I was trying. Just trying to separate. Yeah, well, it is challenging. Now you might ask, Spike, what about that environmental disaster you were talking about that could happen? Oh no! I accidentally placed that metal with a really small C distance. Okay, well, you're about to see that disaster. This isn't how it would happen in real life. How it would happen in real life is this crack would grow, but through an accident, I appear to have broken literally everything. This is literally how I broke the other 2 attempts. And now all of that oil is just going to escape. It's going to escape to the surface. Oh my god, I can't believe I did it again. I can't believe it, I did it a 3rd time. Thankfully, we actually finished doing what we had to do before I destroyed it this time. And honestly, the damage isn't too bad. I mean, we can still simulate what would happen if we continued adding more pressure in here. I mean, basically, at some point, if you're not careful, the water is going to find that the easiest route out may not be your pump. It may just be shooting out of the ground or going into the water table or anything else. And in that case, you could have rather large problems, you know? It could have large issues if the oil were to, you know, escape or contaminate things. All right. Well, I think I made my point. You know, I think we made some good fracking, and to celebrate, I'm going to just inject high pressure water into the core of the planet. This is true fracking. This is magma fracking. Cool people magma frack. Oh yeah, no, that's a lot of energy. That can heat some homes. Alright guys, thank you for watching. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed. That actually, that worked pretty well. Until I made the mistake, that worked really well. So I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it. Sometimes you just have to be happy with things, right? It's important. But some people are only happy if they see the world burn. I say, as I set the world on fire. Why is it not working with the C distance so small? I thought the low C distance... If I do it with metal, it'll... There we go. Low C distance metal is... Oh, I ran out of particles. That's why. Low C distance metal is literally just nuclear catastrophe, though. Like, every time. It's the most brutal thing you can do to a world. Alright, thank you all for watching. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time. Join Valor.gg.